It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Commanders coming up next.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital. We've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. But, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down read option. He keeps it running right. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Jair Brown. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He's on the move. He's running for it. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now Daniels off the play action. Has a man, it's Brown. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Running back sent in motion. That one's out and cut on the right side. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. Has a lane past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Purdy on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around him. Don't want to let him get out and make a big play breaking the pocket.
They kick the running back in motion. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Third and short, here's Purdy. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This from 30 yards out. Moody knocks it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. It's going to be a gain of 5 on what will be the final play of our opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. From the 37. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, here's Daniels. That one's complete, right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
From the 21. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
These defensive backs today, Kate, I am telling you, they're some of the world's greatest athletes. Not only do they have to cover elite speed, not only do they have to have ball awareness and go get it, they're asked now in today's game to get home and blitz and bring quarterbacks down. That is an outstanding play from the secondary.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Daniels now. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completed here to McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun is Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running back sent in motion. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They kick the running back in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They're set up at the 35 now. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. On the move into the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a 49er first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. And it's the 49ers who have 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. First down throw by Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Purdy throwing here. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers tie things 10-10. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. So that brings up 2nd down.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
2nd down and 10. Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. 3rd and short, Daniels. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Purdy throwing here on 1st. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Well, last play didn't work out too well. Looks like they're going ground game now. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So fourth down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll kneel the half out, and they're content to take a tie into the locker room. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. We'll see the San Francisco offense first this half as they're headed out now. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First and 10 now from the 30. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
From the 40 on second down. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this third down. Now it's Purdy. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Play fake here, Daniels. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He has it at the 33. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the 49ers will go on offense. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send a tight end in motion. Play action now with Purdy. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running back sent in motion. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that Well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air on second. Purdy. He's on the move. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Third and a lone yard coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The 49ers take a third-quarter lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders make it 17 all. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Cut by Jennings. Again, he's got room. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. Well, Brock, it only took them 1 play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's brought in by Luke McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And there wasn't much he could do there. A small gain to the 43. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Daniels from the pistol. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Daniels back to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders now trailed by just a point in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The 49ers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They've got first down from the 31. Now Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
They kick the running back in motion. Kittle brings it in. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throw by Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, McCaffrey. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. They stick with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return coming from the 6. He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. And we'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. But let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a receiver in motion right. From the 46. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 3rd down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Again, Daniels to the air. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders trail by a field goal. From the 35 on second down. He gets this one to McLaurin. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. He was looking for Terry McLaurin. So 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Setting up to pass. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
It's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And that run good for 6 yards, and it brings him closer for 3rd and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Throwing now. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's 1st down. He'll look to throw it. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Now to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And what a play! He scores! They get to the end zone on the final snap, and the huge moment wins them the game! For students of this incredible game, Brock, they'll know just how incredible a finish we all just witnessed. Very rarely does a game end on a walk-off touchdown, and even rarer does it happen on that type of home run play.
Yeah, these fans, they came here hoping for a good game, and they got a great one. They were all just treated to what you and I were treated to, one of the most memorable finishes we've ever called.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the 49ers, as with that, we sign off from D.C.